For many people, the worst part of bereavement is when family and friends seem to return to normal lives, but you feel that you will never be normal again. The world goes on much the same as before, while inside you feel alone and isolated, and that no one really understands the pain, emptiness and anger that you are suffering. Your grief may last longer than some people who've not experienced a loss through murder expect or think is normal. There is no rule book on how to cope with the murder of a loved one, and no time limit for bereavement. It is important that you take things one step at a time, at your own pace. And sometimes you may even take a step backwards in order to move forwards. You may find that keeping a diary or writing down your thoughts is helpful. It does not matter if you never show your writing to anyone. In time, your personal experience may enable you to help others by joining a support group or campaigning to protect others. Anything positive that you can do in the memory of the person you have lost will help you heal and face life with renewed strength.
I got involved with Sam 10 years ago after my 15-year-old son Michael was murdered. My family liaison officer knew that we weren't coping as a family, and he said, you know, we need to bring someone in who can talk to you, who's been through the same experience as what you're going through now. And I told them, I said, I don't want no one to come out to my house. I said, I just don't know, didn't want anyone in my house. So they said, no. He goes, these people have lost their own child through murder. So in the end, I had to say yes. And I can honestly say, I think Sam saved my life, because at the time I was very, very suicidal. I thought this could only happen to me. No one else is suffering like I'm suffering now. But, you know, when they told me their stories, I knew that they understood what I was going through.
When something like this happens to you, you feel as if you're the only one in the world. Murder is something that you just see on TV, and it's something that you think that's awful, and then you sort of switch off and carry on with your life. But when it affects you in a way where, you know, you can't get on with that life, you can't switch off. And I think Sam is there because there's a lot of people like us, and we can speak to other families and we can feel their pain. Without that person telling us how they feel, we know how they feel because we feel it as well.
This helps because everyone's like feeling like I'm feeling, and like people don't know until they've lost a child, and I don't know, just feel like it helps me.
When we did speak to someone, it was reassuring to know that someone was there who cared and who's been there in a similar position as us.
Once you find that there's someone there who's been through it, you don't feel so isolated and so alone.
They've helped my daughter an hell of a lot. They really have. They brought her out of the way she was after Lee was taken from us, you know.
The group was there and I was able to plough my energies back into helping other people through my own experiences. And I think that's helped keep me sane over these years.
We can pass that care on to new families who are experiencing what we went through. Our expertise is there, our professionalism is there now.
Sam is about giving that help, support and structure, but not just the emotional support. It's about giving that practical support and advice from families who know what they're talking about. Sam there really is to help them to get back on their feet and go forward with their life eventually. It will never be the life they wanted, but it can be better than it would have been without that help.